Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to City Skylines. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I am certainly excited to be back. This time, playing a scenario. This, by the way, isn't the series I was talking about and hyping during the Mass Transit Let's Play. I just kind of decided that I wanted to try a scenario, because I haven't done one since Tornado Country. So I figured we'd jump in and play this one, which is all about trains. So the goal here is to construct 210 instances of train tracks and transport 200,000 people using trains. However, I will fail if I play for 20 game weeks and have a population under 1,000. I will fail if I play for 150 game weeks and have a population under 12,000. I will also fail if I run out of money. So with that in mind, let's see what we can do here. So the first step for me is gonna be to get a, what kind of distance are we looking at there? 160. The first step for me is gonna be to get some roads coming in like this and immediately going to the left, because I want to build my city down by the river. And the reason I want to do that, or at least I want to build it sort of facing that way anyway. The reason I want to do that is simply because if I do this, then it's going to be easier to power things that need to be on the water, like the water pumps and like the sewage output. It means that my power station for the city can be in an industrial area, but also dealing with those things. I also think it'd be an idea to do that, so traffic can still loop around if it needs to. But that right there is probably not long enough. Let's go a little bit further with it. Let's turn off the road guidelines for a second as well. And we'll have this just sort of loop like that. So that's going to loop around like so, and that's going to be perfectly fine. And what I'm going to do off of that is have a road that comes down 20 units, and 20 units, 20 units, and 20 units. And in each of these spaces, we can do residential, we can do commercial, we can do industrial, probably not quite in that order. But we have space for zoning, and that's kind of important. In fact, we can come over just a little bit further like this, connect those two up, and we'll not connect that bit. So that'll be fine just there. This can maybe go up to that spot, though. So that'll be just fine. Now what we need to do is put a water pump right there, put a sewage outflow pipe just there so they're not too far apart, and then pipes. Actually, I realize I don't need to use a water pump. I could use a water tower. It's a lot cheaper. Actually, are they the same price? No, the water pumping station is actually cheaper, but the same per week. That's weird. But whatever. So we'll bring some pipes down like so. We shouldn't need too much for this, which is beautiful news. So connect those together and connect it to there. And what we can do is we're going to use a wind turbine to power everything. So the wind turbine's actually going to go there, connecting those two. And then I suppose what we can do is bring a power line down the middle of this road. I think that's going to be for the best. So we're going to bring some power lines down here. That's also going to mean that I can't zone there, which is good because I don't want to zone there. So bring a power line straight down like that, and I'm going to start putting in some zoning. So residential is going to go in there, and in there, then commercial, then industrial. And then all we need to do is connect this power line straight over to there. That leaves us $24,000, and I'm hopeful that we're going to see some good stuff. We'll also see the zoning come in pretty quickly because they all have connections to power, which is beautiful stuff. They have water as well, so we may see some power issues. Obviously, we only have 8 megawatts, but we should be able to manage this. Especially once money starts coming in. That's kind of the important thing. But like I said, the most important thing is actually making sure that the population is above 1,000 by the time we play 20 game weeks. which I don't think we're going to struggle too much with. I'm slightly worried, but I think we'll be able to make it work. I also think it might be an idea to do this and just extend on that way a little bit. Go like so, go like that, go like that, and go like that. Just to get a bit more in there. Obviously that is spending more money, but I think it's going to be for the best. So we'll do all of that. This is all filling up kind of nicely. It's going to fill up pretty quickly, but we'll make it work. My biggest concern outside of the challenges is actually going to be making sure that we can get traffic in here pretty nicely. What I might do... Oh, not that. What I might do is connect those up like that and force the traffic sort of down and around. Just because I'm a swine like that. And because it gives me a little bit better traffic control, I suppose. Now, I realize these guys down here don't have water. The good news, though, is that we are, in fact, making a little bit of money. So, I'm kind of happy about that. Connect you up to there. Bulldoze you. Actually, bulldoze that as well. There we go. These guys here don't have power. We don't have enough power. That's why. Interesting. So you're 80 per week. That's fine. We can afford another one. So that can go there. That's fine. That's obviously costing us a lot of money, but the fact that we are making money is sort of making that all okay. Interestingly, industrial zoning is about to fill up, which is kind of a concern. Population-wise, though, we are looking okay. Almost halfway to 1,000, so I think we'll be able to make this work. I don't think I'm going to need to stress too much about this. We're at 500 already. We just unlocked taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education, landfill site as well. That's going to be quite important to get kind of early so that garbage collection can be a thing. So let's throw that onto the one-way road. 4,000 for that. That's quite a bit of money, but we'll probably be able to make it work. The good news, though, is now that taxes are here, we can actually increase those to 11% for everybody. So we can start bringing in a bit more money, which means the budget for power production can go up as well, meaning that we're now producing 20 megawatts off of the 2 wind turbines. We're making a bit more money. Population's still growing as well. And what I'm going to do with that money is actually go ahead and extend some of this. So, bring it over like that. And bring a road through there. Bring you out to about there, there, and there. And bring that across. And basically, we're going to sort of just duplicate what we have already. Obviously kind of expensive, but I reckon we'll be all right. It also means we can push straight through here with an avenue, with a highway or an avenue if we choose to do so, which we may very well want to do. Just going to bulldoze that for a second because I want to make sure those pipes are going straight up to the end of the road there. Then this just needs to go straight across. Kind of expensive, but it covers the entire area. And what we can do at this point is go ahead and put in more residential zoning right at the end there, which I do absolutely want to do. So fill up all of that space and fill up all of that space. And we'll get people living in there. The population is almost at 1,000. We're still making money, which is important as well. Industrial zoning is needed. So fill in those 2 spaces. Just to get those built up a little bit. And traffic does seem to be moving relatively well, which is beautiful to see. 905 people living here. Beautiful. We've been playing for 14 game weeks. That's actually a lot more than I hoped for. I don't think we're going to struggle getting to 1,000, I'll be honest, but we may struggle getting to 12,000. That's a worry, is what that is. But we're going to hit 1,000, no problem. I think. 993, 994, 995. Come on. There we go. 1,000. Beautiful. We don't really need anything in here. We do need services, though. City's growing fast. Yeah, no problem. We are going to need services. So healthcare is obviously going to be a big one. So I'm going to throw a medical clinic possibly right there at the corner, to be honest. I'm thinking there. I'm thinking medical clinic right there, to be honest. Fire coverage, I'm thinking there. And policing, I'm thinking just opposite. Obviously all very expensive, but those things are going to incentivize people to actually live here, which is kind of what we need. Also, power is an issue. We do have the money for another wind turbine, so we'll go ahead and just put one over there. Which is obviously going to cost us a bit of money, but we'll be alright. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Population's still increasing. I think the big thing we need to push for with this is getting to 8,500 people so we can get high-density zoning. I think high-density zoning is going to be a big deal, to be honest. I think that's going to be something that helps us out a lot. But just getting there is going to be the issue, I think. Do we have highways? No, when do we unlock highways? 5,500, okay. So in a while, basically, is the answer to that question. I'm also somewhat aware of the fact that we don't have much demand for anything right now, which makes me really nervous. That makes me really nervous because I think I'm going to cut down on some of the zoning. Just to make sure that we are... Are we seriously having more power problems? Oh, come on. We kind of need to get a proper power station, don't we? Can I take out a loan? I don't like taking loans, but I'm tempted. 253, yeah, take the loan. Alright. Bulldoze, bulldoze, bulldoze. Those are no longer connected, which is kind of an issue, but that's fine. So connect those, and then throw this, which is 560 per week. Kind of expensive, but produces 40 megawatts. That's not even that much. Oh dear. Why do we unlock you? 5,500, ugh. Yeah, throw that in there. That'll be fine. The production's actually at 50 because we increased the power budget, so we should be okay. So hopefully these areas will fill up a bit. We are getting some decent demand for residential, so let me first get the demand for commercial out of the way and then throw some residential in there. We could put some parks in as well to try and increase the interest in these areas, but I don't know. We could do education as well, which is maybe worth doing. It might be worth throwing in an elementary school. How much are you per week? 160, 10,000 up front. Yeah, let's throw an elementary school somewhere that's going to give decent coverage. Up there, I guess. So elementary school up there just to try and increase the interest in the area, get people moving in, get people educated, etc., etc. Hopefully that'll do good stuff for us. We're not getting much demand for anything, though, which is a really big deal. Really, really scary when we're getting no demand. I don't like it. Let me get some one-way roads in here. So you're going to go to there, and you're going to go to there. Oh, tiny town. Beautiful. We got pavements and all that stuff. Got some parks. Got high schools. Good, good, good. Alright, we can deal with that. It's a really bad idea to do this, but I'm going to make that kind of intersection there. I could turn on this to turn off traffic lights on that, but there actually aren't any, which is kind of okay. So hopefully we can, you know, make that work. Hopefully. We'll see what happens with it. Population... Oh, there is demand for residential. Keep that up. Keep that going. Let's go ahead and just take this straight across, and let's start to... what way we're going to do this? What way are we going to do this? To that way, I guess. And then that road would go to there, I think. Roughly? I think that's how we're going to do that. Really confused by this. And what way this road's actually going to work. I guess that'll do. Yeah, we'll sort of leave that space like that. Because I guess what we can do is make this another sort of fake avenue? So it goes that way? Well, it technically goes the other way. So that would go that way, and then this road would go there. Yeah, that'll sort of work. But then how do you get down? I guess here? I haven't really thought this through, I'm gonna be honest. You might be able to tell that I haven't really thought this through. But we'll see what happens, I guess. That is a two-way road across, that's fine. Then we go there. And there. And that's a two-way road across. And that road goes straight to there. So we'll live with this space for the time being. Because I'm curious to see what happens with that. I know it's incredibly unrealistic in terms of layouts. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really curious to see how traffic handles that. Like, I'm really curious to see how traffic handles that. We also have some pretty good demand. So residential can go there, there, and there. Just to get those areas filled up a little bit. And hopefully they'll fill up quickly. I really hope they'll fill up quickly. I don't want to fail this challenge. That's the thing. If we can get past 12,000 people by week 150, we are good. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. I really do. I have tried this challenge before. I tried it on a live stream last week, based on when this video is coming out. So that didn't go well, is what I'll say about that. We failed miserably, and yeah, so that was good. So hopefully this will go better, is what I'm getting at. We also have a bit of demand for commercial zoning, so throw that into that space. And maybe throw some parks in too. So a small park could go in like the middle of a commercial area. No, maybe a small park could go there. Like right there to, or over there actually. Like right on there would give us an amazing boost to some of the residential space. So there, how much are you per week though? 8, that's fine. So there and there for a real nice boost to some residential space. Can I do another one? Oh, we're doubling up on the parks, 100%. There we go, super nice boost to residential zoning. Bit of demand for industry, so that can go in there. And the population's over 2,000. I'm nervous, man. I'm so nervous. I really, really am so nervous about this. I want it to work, but I'm not 100% convinced. That's the problem. Also, power problems. That's not good. When do we unlock you? 5,500. Oh, man. Okay. So we need another coal plant. I'm actually going to throw it up here, sort of a little further out of the way. Just so that deliveries to both of those plants aren't going to exactly the same location. Also, before someone says it, I know this is a huge grid. Just FYI. But at this stage of the challenge, the most important thing is making sure that the population grows, not making sure that things are pretty. Also, I know it's called trains, and I know we haven't got any trains yet, but we haven't unlocked trains yet. But I guess I should probably talk about my idea for this, right? So, my thinking is that when we get our 12,000 people, what we do is we effectively build multiple cities and connect them via trains, forcing people to commute. That's what I think we do. And that's what I think will work to get 200,000 people using the trains a lot. I mean, it might not, but I'm curious. I'm very curious to see if it works. Also, we are about to fill up a lot of the residential space that we have. So let's keep this going. Let's keep filling up as much of this as we possibly can. And I really hope this works, man. I really do. How much for this tile? 4,900. All right, let's buy it. So buy that. And we're going to extend the one-way roads a little bit. So one-way road goes to there, then there, and there. That road gets turned into a two-way road, as does that one. And then you get extended to there, there, and there. Then I believe this road goes straight up like that. This road goes straight to there and there. This comes across, and I believe the rest of these roads come across as well. And that right there gives us room for, technically, I think we go for residential zoning in that. So just a bunch of residential zoning room right there, which has me very excited indeed. So bring all of that up, bring that through there, and that through there. And those pipes can be deleted just there. Keeping everything as even as I possibly can. Alright, how are we looking? We have a bit of demand down here. Alright. We could fill up some of these spaces if we wanted to. Definitely curious to see how traffic handles it. Oh, there we go. 2,800 people. We got another tile. We have transport, taxis, buses, trams, recycling, highways as well. Those are going to be useful. Because, specifically, I want to change these highways here to be 2-lane highways. As well as these bits going up the middle here. Oh, technically those parks are going to need to be moved, though. But yeah, those bits going up the middle are going to be highways, basically. Because I think that kind of makes sense to me. So the parks do need to be moved onto the roads behind. Which is being very strange. There, basically. So you need to go there, and then you need to go down there. You need to go on to there, I guess. You get moved to that spot, and then you come down to that spot. There we go. So those highways are going to let people just move up and down a little bit quicker. I had no plans in zoning in those ones anyway, so that should be okay. Shouldn't cause too many problems. Residential demand is creeping up again, so let's go ahead and deal with that. Throwing some zoning in there, there. I'm just going to throw it all in there immediately. Just to get that over and done with. So, yeah, that's actually filling up quite nicely and quite quickly. So that's beautiful. Gonna extend power lines through that space. And we do have a little bit of demand for industry, so let's go ahead and throw that in over here. How are we looking on time? 42 weeks. Oh, I don't know. We really need to be hitting 4,000 soon if we want to do this in time. Well, roughly, we need to hit 4,000 and then some if we really want to do this in time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Is there anything interesting I can do with this, these highways, I wonder? Because they do need to slow down if they're turning left. I'm very tempted to change all these avenues into highways, but I feel like that might be a bit much. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change these back into regular roads. Just so the speeds aren't super weird on them. These bits are highways. Those are staying as highways. That's fine, but the rest of it, yeah. That area is filling up beautifully. More demand for industry. Okay. What if we extend... what if we lower taxes a bit? Will that increase... Hold on, pay this off. How much? 54,000. Good lord. Pay that off. Let's lower taxes to 10%. Just so people might be like, hey, taxes are lower. I'm more interested in moving in. They might not be like that, but maybe we'll get lucky. So we'll go ahead and do this just to get more areas up here. Again, just to repeat what I said earlier, I am well aware that grids are not the most exciting thing, but just keep in mind, it's very similar to what I was saying with the Tornado Country Challenge, or Tornado, whatever it was. You really can't, you can't just go for aesthetics, all right? Like, in this case, I gotta go for what's gonna be easy to build in terms of population. I have to, because if I don't, I'm gonna fail. And, I really don't want to fail this. So, I'm going for grids until I've got the 12,000 people that I need. From there, we can go for whatever. But right now, grids.